Hey guys, Chicken and Maine, Deboo.com with a Deboo.com surf forecast update. This forecast update effective around 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday, August 30th, 2016. And folks, if you are not from the surf community or marine community and you're looking for specific storm information for your area, please visit www.hurricane.gov for all official watches and warnings. There are hurricane watches in effect and tropical storm watches in effect over from the Big Bend, basically over to the Panhandle. Please stay tuned to your local forecasters and please heed the advice of all local and county emergency officials if watches and warnings are posted for your area. All right, guys, here we go in the real-time phase now of the development of Tropical Storm HERMEEN just north of the tip of the Yucatan Peninsula. This is one of the last visible satellite imageries that we have this afternoon, and as you can see, a large convective ball has developed over the low-level circulation. The mid-level circulation is now tucked up into it. This is a key indication that the system is organizing or becoming better organized. No real change in the forecast track. The forecast track remains for it to lift north, bend northeast into the Big Bend area, over northeast Florida and out into the Atlantic. Show you the latest rainbow top infrared imagery, and you can see this big blow up of convection in here again, and this is happening during the nighttime. Hopefully, as the atmosphere starts to cool a little bit, this will allow thunderstorm activity to develop a little bit more overnight and allow the system to become better organized. Should be Tropical Storm HERMEEN probably around 11 o'clock. National Hurricane Center will probably update, if not sometime tomorrow, guys. We've been waiting day after day for the last 4 or 5 days on this system. It has been a real time constraint on this. Now, guys, let's go into a little buoy watch. The East Gulf buoy now showing 4 feet of swell height out of the south-southeast at about 7.7 seconds. Panhandle and Gulf of Mexico surfers, our forecast still holds for the one we made this morning in that update. No real changes for you at the moment. Again, the track of that system could be a little bit to the west or a little bit to the east. It's important not to focus on one single image or one model run. East Coast surfers, the Gaston swell, east-northeast Gaston recharge swell that we talked about, now showing up on the South Hatteras buoy. South Hatteras buoy showing 4.3 feet, 10.8 seconds out of the east-northeast. That swell should continue until we get that strong southwest flow as that area of low pressure pulls out of the Gulf and then knocks it down. Take you over to the latest out of the National Hurricane Center 24-hour wind wave forecast showing a Tropical Storm HERMEEN, central Gulf of Mexico, just north of the Yucatan Peninsula. Winds 40 to 50 knots, seas increasing 10 to 15 feet. Latest 48-hour forecast showing a landfall somewhere in the Big Bend area. Winds 50 to 60 knots and seas increasing to excess 15 feet. And then 72 hours or at 24 hours, Florida surfers, southwest winds, 20 knots. Should be light winds up in here towards North Florida. So possible surf alert setting up, guys, if the winds settle down. And then also don't forget, lots of heavy rain should be off the beach. And you could get that clean glass off in those heavy rains. Don't forget that. Possible surf alert setting up tomorrow. Our original call this morning was for offshore winds on Thursday. We said the winds might be suspect on that. Looks like they might come 24 hours earlier. If it doesn't happen tomorrow, guys, don't shoot the messenger. Latest 48-hour forecast, again, showing Tropical Storm HERMEEN moving into the Big Bend area. Still offshore winds for East Florida. And then 72 hours, HERMEEN exiting off the northeast Florida coast on its way towards the Outer Banks. Now, guys, check this out now. This is the latest out of the NOAA Ocean Prediction Center showing Tropical Storm HERMEEN east-southeast of the Outer Banks with seas increasing in excess of 25 feet. Most of that will be in northeast groundswell developing. But again, strong southwest flow coming off the East Florida coast and up underneath here. from the Outer Banks. So that'll probably kill whatever's left of the Gaston swell while we get new swell generated. Now, the hope is that this area of low pressure or tropical storm Hermine can get out a little bit further away from the coast. There's a little bit difference in model between the GFS and the Euro. GFS wants to hug it to the coast, which is be a negative on swell production. The European model, the further away from the coast, the more northeast ground swell we'll get. And take you over to that 96-hour Euro model. You show it lifting east of the Outer Banks. Again, that's going to be some strong onshore flow in here towards the mid-Atlantic as the system pulls up and away. Again, differences in model between the Euro and GFS, but this would get a nice strong northeast ground swell going, guys, all the way down in here to Florida. Now, pay attention down here to the bottom of your screen. This is 92L Invest, currently just west of the, or east of the West African coast. And this is almost identical setup that what we just saw with Hermine. Area of low pressure moving into the Northeast Caribbean, coming up over the islands, guys. Something to watch here as we get into 144. The Euro keeps it weak over Puerto Rico, but we should get a little east-southeast bump coming in off that at the same time of some northeast groundswell. Now, I know the first question everybody's asking, yes, onshore winds into Florida, but guys, at least we got swell coming, and hopefully a couple of days after this, we'll get some offshore going. Here's what it looks like in the latest wind map. Now, this is for Sunday, and you can see, again, this is the Euro, putting Tropical Storm Hermine east-southeast of New England, cranking out northeast winds, 45 to 50 knots in here, sending out some strong northeast groundswell. If you have not signed up for the Salt Life Food Shack's Florida Big Wave Challenge, guys, don't miss out on the opportunity. Past contestants, here's your chance. Another chance setting up for you. That's all we got for you for now, guys. Stay tuned for the next update.